What up, you Timmons here. With Top Gun Maverick out now, and with a Dirty Dancing sequel pretty much coming out in 2 more years, it seems like we all seen lots of follow-ups to iconic 80s films. So, it's been a while since I've done these type of top 10 videos, but I decided to go ahead and do top 10 80s films that I would love to see get some sort of follow-up to. Whether it would be like just a straight up sequel to the original, whether it be like a semi sequel or something like that. I mean, hey, great. I was not born in the 80s. I was born in 92, which my birthday is tomorrow, just enough. But I still do love, iconic 80s stuff like 80s films and everything. So it'll be cool to see some of these, like some of these 80s films get some sort of not really remake, but semi sequel. So with that being said, here's my list. All right, number 10, probably the only animated film on this list, but and we've had a couple of sequels, like mostly home to video sequels. But it'll be cool to see some sort of theatrical sequel. My number 10 pick, I'm gonna go with The Land Before Time. Now, again, we've had like a couple of sequels of Land Before Time before. Obviously, the Great Valley one. I always keep forgetting the one with the Dino Bullies and all. We've had some follows with Littlefoot and all, but I'd love to see some sort of theatrical follow that features pretty much Littlefoot and the gang as pretty much adults and have kids of their own. I think that will definitely be some really cool. All similar to like what they did with the Lion King and everything. I think a follow-up to like a new follow-up to the Land Before Time will be cool. Now I still be down to see like some because of course Disney has always done its like live action remakes. I love to see Universal tackle like a live action remake of Land Before Time, in the vein of something like they did with Lion King and all. But if they don't do that, I think some sort of sequel, whether it's live action or animated, featuring the gang or grown up and everything, having kids of their own, go on adventures. I think that could definitely be a train. So I mean, if you guys have never really seen Lion Before Time, I mean, it's pretty much like Lion King but with dinosaurs in, if you will. It's such a classic, great style of animation at the time. Go watch Lion Before Time if you guys haven't seen it. All right, number 9, I'm gonna go with Footloose. Now, plus they did do a remake of Footloose years ago that actually had Top Gun Maverick actor Miles Teller in it. But I'll be down to see some sort of sequel to the original Footloose. Maybe this time Kevin Bacon's Rand McCoy character. Maybe he has some kids now. Uh, who's of course become a dancer and everything. We They could of course do some modern music. I'm guessing. Yeah, I'll definitely be down to see some sort of Footloose follow up. And maybe you could even get Kenny Loggins back. Come on, if Kenny Loggins is Danger Zone could fit well with Top Gun Maverick. Why can't Kenny Loggins Footloose pretty much fit well for new retake or sequel to Footloose? So that would be interesting. I mean, of course, dancing now is a little different than it was back in the days, but I think come on, if we get a Dirty Dancing sequel, I think we could definitely get a Footloose sequel down the line. So I'm definitely down to see another Footloose. And I mean, Sally, it'll be hard to. Sally, you can't really get the late Chris Penn back, but man, it would be cool somehow they were able to get like John Lithgow coming back, maybe some new additions. That would be something really cool to watch. All right, number 8, I'm gonna go with Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Now, this is a little bit of a odd one because, I mean, teen movies now are a tad bit different than they were back in the 80s, but man, I will so much love to see some sort of follow to Fast Times with, I don't know, the kids of some of the original characters in this. I mean, the original Fast Times at Ridgemont High is, well, let's be real. Steve from Stranger Things said the best. Just fast forward Fast Times over and over. You know what I'm talking about. Now, I mean, it will be cool somehow they were able to get Sean Penn back as like an older version of Jeff. I mean, how cool would that be? Maybe he has some kids now. Maybe you can even get Phoebe Cates coming back as Linda. I mean, Phoebe Cates, right now she's of course married to Kevin Kline, but she doesn't really do a whole lot. But man, it would be cool somehow they get Phoebe Cates back, maybe Jennifer Jason Lee, Judge Reinhold maybe needs a paycheck, get him to come back somehow, or maybe just like get some sort of like kids, their kids evolve here. I think that would be interesting. So yeah, I mean it would be cool seeing like a new fall true Fast Times. So I mean, if you guys have never really seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High, it's definitely one of the best teen A movies there is. All right. Number seven, I'm gonna go. This is a sequel that's been trying to get off the ground for years, but never really came to fruition yet. Number seven, I am gonna go with Spaceballs. Now, of course, Star Wars now is like very popular thanks to Mandalorian and everything. I think a Spaceballs sequel is invaluable. Like, you could definitely do pretty much like a spoof, if you will, of the recent Star Wars stuff, like The Last Jedi. You could do, maybe a spoof of Matt Lauren. That would be interesting to see. Like I said, Mel Brooks has, I kid you not, Mel Brooks himself had been trying to get this thing off the ground for years. And the original the title for it, I believe was Spaceball 2 Search for More Money, which I I mean, come on, man. Mel Brooks ain't getting younger, so I hope Mel Brooks does actually get this thing made before his time's up and all. I think a Space Force sequel would be awesome to see. Maybe it could be something, I don't know, for Disney Plus or something. Maybe like a series that would be interesting. And of course, I know spoof movies now hasn't had the best success as it was back when they did Blazing Saddles and stuff. But man, a Spaceball sequel would be awesome today. So I mean, if you can somehow, I don't know, uh, maybe somehow get Mel Brooks, make this like, come on, he's already doing a History of the World's follow up. So I think a Spaceball follow up is definitely well welcome. So I mean, now my question is, would you be able to get some of the original cast members back? Sadly, you probably won't be able to get John Candy back. But man, how cool would it be to see Rick Moranis make his comeback here as Doc Helmet? That would be awesome. Get Bill Pullman as an older version of Lone Star. That would be interesting. Get some new additions to play. I don't know, maybe cameos by Daisy Ridley. That would be cool. So yeah, heck, Rick Moranis actually technically did reprise his role as Doc Helmet once on an episode of The Goldberg. So he's really into that character, and he also reprised the role on like a couple of commercials too, like a Super Bowl commercial, I believe. So Rick Moranis is still around, and he seems like he's going to be making a bit of a comeback because he's supposed to be doing like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids follow up. So and coming, he's also been in those Ryan Reynolds Met Mobile commercials. God, it would be so cool to see Rick Moranis back on screen, especially as Doc Helmet. I mean, if he said no to Ghostbusters, he might say no to this, but hey, uh, I'm definitely down to see Rick Moranis just come back in name form. All right. Okay. Number five, I'm gonna go with the Blue Brother. Oh no. Number six, I'm gonna go for yeah. Number six, I'm gonna go Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now, I did not know that Matthew Broderick had older kids, and after seeing like Matthew Broderick's kid with him on at premiere of I guess his Broadway show and all, I think Matthew Broderick's son should actually play Ferris Bueller's son in this, and he has a day off and all. That would be super cool. I mean, the one who plays like his best friend, Alan Ruck, I think his name is. He's still acting. Of course, he's on Succession, so he's still doing some stuff here. Uh, Sadly, of course, he probably won't be able to get Jeffrey Jones back, but man, it would be so much cool to see like a Ferris Bueller fall. Ferris Bueller is such an iconic film. I mean, obviously, you can't really get anyone to replace John Hughes, but teen movies nowadays are very different than when John Hughes started directing stuff. So I'm definitely interested to see another Ferris Bueller with Matthew Broderick coming back. I mean, Ferris Bueller has been in the spotlight lately because, of course, Ferris Bueller has been Perry in stuff like Deadpool. So, God, it would be super cool to see some sort of Ferris Bueller follow up here. All right. And number five, I'm, of course, going to go with the Blue Brothers. Now, ever since like SNL had its 40th anniversary thing, they did like this music special here, and they actually had Dan Aykroyd come out with John Belushi's brother, Jim Belushi, to perform on one of their Bluebirds songs. Man, if you somehow get Dan Aykroyd already returned for the recent Ghostbusters film, But man, it would be super cool if somehow Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi pretty much come out to do another Blue Brothers. I mean, of course they did do Blue Brothers 2000 years ago, which was not so good. Of course, that had Dan Aykroyd and John Goodman in it. But man, if they were able to do one with Jim Belushi pretty much somehow playing the John Belushi character, that would be super cool. You can maybe get some newer modern singers making cameos. That would be interesting. I think a Blue Brothers follow could be well deserved, and maybe I don't know. They have kids now, and they're pretty much following in their dad's footsteps. That would be cool. So yeah, I'm down to see another Blue Brothers. I mean, if you guys have never seen Blue Brothers, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Of course, based on an SNL sketch that both Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi did. I think a follow would be really cool. Hey, maybe their kids could be played by Drake Bell and Josh Peck. That would be cool if for anyone who's seen that Drake and Josh episode. All right. My number four pick. All right, this is a little odd one because you can't really do a follow in 22. But my number four pick is another John Hughes film, and that is The Breakfast Club. Now, again, it's a little hard to have a breakfast like something like The Breakfast Club in 2022 because, well, they're mostly going to be, their detention. They'll mostly be on the phones the whole time. So, how do you do a follow up of The Breakfast Club in this decade? I think it could work. You could even somehow maybe get like Molly Ringwald return. She still acts. I mean, she was in Riverdale, obviously. You could even get Emil Estevez come back and maybe he could direct this. He's has that directing, and maybe like their kids are now in detention and everything. I don't know. I think a Breakfast Club follow could be intriguing. Get like the original cast members all coming back. Get after Michael Horror, he's still acting. He was just in the Halloween Kills. Maybe get him coming back. Gets like someone who could easily direct, maybe like a John Hughes, like a John Hughes. I mean, I think the Breakfast Club follow will be interesting. It's just a little odd because, well, detention now is a little different than it was back in the days. But obviously, I don't think people been in detention, but I'm sure they actually do take their phones and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess. But hey, maybe Breakfast Club follow could be cool. It'll be interesting. I mean, Breakfast Club, that is one of the most pop culture phenomenons there was. Of course, Breakfast Club had been parodied plenty times, from the likes of, Victorious, from the likes of Glee. So there is still an audience for Breakfast Club, even people who weren't born around the time when Breakfast Club got released. So maybe a follow up could be interesting. All right, number three is another film that's literally been trying to get us to go off the ground for years, and that is The Goonies. Now, this is literally a film that Josh Brolin's been trying to get back. He's actually been saying that a Goonies follow up is actually available. I mean, Sean Astin has been trying to get this thing off the ground. Just never really came to fruition. But man, somehow seeing like grown up version of the Goonies will be awesome. I mean, with stuff like 80s like A's IP with stuff like Stranger Things and everything, with an A's coming of age adventure tale, or any other stuff like that. I think a Goonies follow could be intriguing. I mean, of course, I guess the sequel also fell apart after the director Richard Donner sadly passed away. But man, I would love to see some sort of the Goonies follow, with the original cast come back. Maybe they have kids here. That would be interesting. Maybe you can get some of the Stranger Things actors like Finn Wolfhard popping up. That would be cool as one of the leads. So yeah, Goonies follow will definitely be a change to say. All right, number two, I'm gonna go with E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Now, this movie is probably never gonna happen in any occasions because, well, Steven Spielberg probably won't let this thing happen. But ever since they did that one commercial, that I can't remember if it was a Super Bowl commercial, I think it was a Christmas commercial that featured Henry Thomas back as Elliot, E.T. back. Ever since they did that, I so much want to see another ET film. With ET being like a grown up Elliot, that would be something super special to see. How cool would it be to see Steven Spielberg come back to direct this? I mean, I think a Fallout would be much better. Like, I don't think they should remake ET at all. I'm cool if I'm okay with remakes because if it stinks, who cares? Still got the original. But ET is one film I don't think you should remake. But man, it will be super cool. Somehow they were able to do some sort of follow up. Where like I said, when ET actually comes back, and Henry Thomas, of course he's still acting. He's been like those Mike Flanagan stuff. So maybe get grown up Ellie here, maybe a grown up Drew Barrymore. That would be cool. Maybe they have kids. I mean, of course, the effects is very different than when ET got released. But man, you can make these update these effects really cool, and it'll be interesting to see another ET down the line. All right, my number one pick is one that will never happen on the director's dead body. That is of course Back to the Future. Now, I don't think you should remake Back to the Future at all, okay? But some sort of follow up would be awesome. I mean, with great success of let's say Rick and Morty and everything, I think a Back to the Future follow up is definitely inevitable. But there's some few stuff that is holding a Back to the Future follow up should ever probably happen. One, of course, Michael J. Fox's health issues that will definitely be a factor. But I think you could easily do something where similar to how in the recent Top Gun Maverick, how Val Kilmer's health issues were incorporated into the film and all. I think you could probably do that, something like that with Mario. Maybe Mario doesn't really have much scenes, but he's just mostly there to maybe his kids are now going back to the future with an older version of with an older Doc Brown with Christopher Lloyd coming back. I mean, he has reprised his role a couple of times, by the way. So it will be super cool. Somehow they get Christopher Lloyd back into here. I mean, I think a Back to the Future fall could be cool. You can get Leah Thompson back. I mean, her daughter Zoe Deutsch is acting. You can get her maybe to play like her daughter. That would be interesting. Man, I would so much love to see Back to the Future 4. Maybe you get I don't know, Tom Holland is now Martin McFly's son. There you go. Yeah, Tom Holland is the son of Martin McFly. Booyah. That's how you do it. You can maybe get John Watts, who directed the Spider-Man movies in those. Mike J. Fox could definitely have a cameo, but just don't really do too much because of his health issues and all. I mean, man, I so much want to see this, but I really don't think Robert Zemeckis will really allow it. I mean, we've had, of course, had three Back to the Future movies, but man, if they go ahead and do another one with maybe like I said, with Mike J. Fox somehow coming back, uh, even if it's just a cameo, that would be interesting. So again, this will probably never happen in a million years, especially not as long as Robert Zemeckis is around. But man, I so much want to see another Back to the Future film, man. Yo, if they do one, sign me up with this one. Maybe we can have cameos by Rick and Morty. How cool would that be? But anywho, but that's pretty much it. Let me do these quick rundowns. All right. 10, The Land Before Time. 9, Footloose. 8, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. 7, Spaceballs. 6, Ferris Bueller. 5, The Blue Brothers. 4, The Breakfast Club. 3, The Goonies. 2, E.T. And number 1 is Back to the Future. Now, there's probably a few other ones I probably could have added too. Let me pull up some other ones. These movies. Yeah, a Fall to Porky's will work, okay? How cool would that be? Somehow they do some sort of secret to Porky's. Come on. Maybe a follow to Flashdance. That would be cool. Uh, they already did The Shining, so I'm not really. I don't know if a secret to Train Place could ever work. Let's see. A follow to Airplane. I don't think that will ever happen. We already had airplanes too in that movie. You saw that turned out. A follow to the Three Amigos. Yeah, Three Amigos would never work in today's society. We already had Coming to America too. Maybe we could get part three. That would be cool. Gremlins. They've been talking about doing another Gremlins. That would be interesting. No way you'll be able to do a Rayman 2. That would be odd. Let's see what else we got. Definitely not a Naked Gun sequel. We of course have Cobra Kai. That's a Karate Kid follow up. They're doing it. This is Spawn Tattoo. What about follow up to Scarface? That would be cool to see an older version of Scarface. I mean, Al Pacino back as a older Scarface. I think that actually could work better than a remake. To be honest, there. Let me see what else we got. Full Metal Jacket sequel. No, thank you. That's gonna be weird. Plane Train and Automobile sequel. That would be interesting. I mean, come on, Kevin Hart and Will Smith has been attached to do with a remake, but I think a sequel sounds cooler. Let's see what else we got. Earth Girls Are Easy too with Jeff Goldblum, Damon Wayans, and Jim Carrey all coming back to modern day Earth. That would be interesting to see. If you guys have not seen Earth Girls Are Easy, that movie is awesome. A very young Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans, but and Gina Davis was also in that. That would be cool. Maybe a Fly sequel with Jeff Goldblum coming back. Yeah. If Independence Day resurgence of Jurassic World, the minute didn't work, I don't know if that's gonna be all that great. Back to the School sequel, maybe with Robert Downey Jr. having a cameo. A Revenge of the Nerds sequel. How cool would be to see a 48-hour sequel? Let's see what else we got. An Hour Star sequel? Nah. A Christmas. We already have a Christmas Story sequel coming out this year. That would be interesting to see. Stand By Me sequel definitely won't work on today's standards. We are getting a Beetlejuice sequel supposedly, so we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. They Live sequel, a never ending follow up. We are getting Lethal Weapon, another big weird science. I mean, boy, there's lots of Ace movies to choose from here. But let me let you guys. What are some Ace movies you'd love to see a follow up to? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Himu signing out.